everyone. Welcome to day 1 of my Halloween countdown, where I analyze 8 creepy video game themes and figure out what makes them creepy. If you are watching this when it comes out, tomorrow is Halloween. Today's theme is another 2 tied together. The Nearest Place to Heaven, Parts 1 and 2, from, you guessed it, Phantasy Star Online. Yes, I know yesterday's was also from PSO, but hey, what can I say? It's my favorite game, with some really good music. Anyway, let's get into part 1. Oh, and by the way, spoiler alert! If you're interested in playing this game at all, don't watch this video. It starts out with a seemingly peaceful piano melody as birds chirp in the background. However, if you listen carefully, you may notice that the sound of the birds chirping is really just repeating, like a recording constantly rewinding. An unsettling tone begins in the background, giving the listener the impression that not all is as it seems. More noises are added, including a depressing violin and an almost mechanical sound. At this point, the song loops, so let's move on to part 2. Part 2 is a lot more overt with its creepiness, immediately starting off with a choir that sounds like it is crying out in anguish, fitting the screaming faces that cover the arena where this plays. A synth orchestra plays an ominous tune behind, fleshing out the vibe of the track. It grows in intensity as the choir continues. At this point, the track loops. What is it that makes these tracks so darn creepy? Well, in terms of the first part, a commenter named Gunter explained it very well. Interesting thing about this song. Initially, it's less foreboding and evil sounding, but if you linger and listen, the song gradually declines. If you listen close enough, you can hear the birds singing a repeated noise, followed by what sounds like a replaying tape, further adding to the idea that the area's peaceful appearance is nothing but a facade. In other words, the entire song is fake, reflecting the false environment it plays in. But what about part 2? Well, part 2, as I mentioned before, reflects the hellish wasteland it plays on, as it is covered in screaming faces, so the choir that sings sounds like wailing, as if souls in hell are making themselves heard. This is fitting for Dark Falls, as he is basically a malevolent god figure who possesses and distorts creatures' bodies, and is responsible for the plot of the game in the first place. But that's a topic for another video. Thanks for watching, and tune in tomorrow for day 0.